Today we'll be looking at scheduling in Restaurant 365. The scheduling interface can be found here on the home page of our Smart Ops UX UI in Restaurant 365. Additionally, there'll be some items here that will be of interest. The scheduler can also be accessed here through the menu. From Smart Ops, there will be an alerts notification here indicating that there's one of four, or in this case 3, of 4 different types of requests that employees can create, either availability changes, time off, shift trades, or shift offers. Managers can interact with these requests here from Smart Ops and review and approve or deny them as needed. Additionally, clicking into the little plus sign here on the scheduling box in Smart Ops Home will allow the manager to quickly replicate a schedule using an existing template or any prior week's schedule. Clicking into the scheduling box will open up the scheduling interface though. By default, we will be looking at the weekly daily view of the scheduler. Managers can also select a daily hourly view here by day of the week for a little bit more granular look at the scheduler. The interface will function very similarly. You'll notice here we have some sales, labor, and forecasting metrics on the main scheduling view. There is another video specifically recorded to talk about sales and forecasting and how that works, how it's set up in Restaurant 365, and how it ties into the scheduler. Again, users will be able to select the location that they have access to as in overall Smart Ops, and then the scheduler can be viewed either by all employees, or if there's different managers working in different departments or on different jobs for the scheduler, they can view their individual pieces, whether it's by department or just by job. In this example, if I maybe just want a manager just working on server schedule, they could come in here and select that, and then only the servers would appear, and they could work on and publish their schedule for their group individually and separately than other departments or jobs. Some folks do prefer to view the scheduler by job as well. This is possible by selecting the job indicator here, and then they could go in and see the names of the people by job, or even a little bit more broadly by department. Again, clicking into back of the house would show me all my kitchen employees who are scheduled. Likewise, my front of the house by job and by name. Messages can be accessed. This would involve auditing the messages that the employees can use in the app, which we'll see shortly, and the same notifications that appear on the home page can be accessed here as well as some other options here. Selecting the gear icon will open up some different schedules that can be set up by viewer, as well as the templates that you might be referencing. There is no limit to how many templates can be set up in the scheduler, whether they be seasonal or by volume or by department. They can all be accessed there in the settings by selecting the gear icon. Employee data will come over from the POS. So this is something that will pull not only their names and information, but their jobs that they have available to them as well. So that when shifts are created and templated out, and then we want to drag and drop and assign a shift, you'll notice there was a shift in the names over here. Only the employees that have bartender job code in this case will I be able to assign this shift to. Shifts can quickly be assigned by simply dragging and dropping them. Again, we would recommend using the template functionality with all the different jobs and shifts that you need for by day of the week, and then assigning them. Once that is done, you could then begin next week's schedule by simply copying the prior week's schedule and then tweaking and adjusting as necessary, or referencing the template as well. As you see here, jobs can be color-coded for greater visibility. And then there are some printing options as well in the scheduler. Here we do have an event that was created, as well as a blackout date, and we'll take a look at this here very shortly. Those manager tools can be accessed here in terms of announcements that can be sent out to the employees that you have access to. blackout days and date ranges where employees would not be able to request time off, any events that you may need to be notated on the scheduler, and then request cutoffs, whether it be by day or time or by number of requests for a following week. Additionally, there are some admin functions that might help managers manage their time, their overtime, their break rules, minor rules, etc. Once the schedule is ready to send out, it can be published and sent out to the employees using the mobile app. So as soon as this is done, any employee that has the R365 mobile app that is free to download for Android and iOS, they will be able to view their schedule here in their mobile app. In my case, I just published the schedule. So if I refresh, I'll see that instantly now I can see that I have 24 hours remaining on the dashboard. I am in the employee interface of the mobile app here. And looking at my dashboard, I would be able to see how many hours I've worked, how many hours I have remaining, and when my next shift is. Tapping into any one of these shifts or swiping across to see my subsequent shifts will allow me to perform these actions as an employee, trade, and offer. This will alert a manager and they will need to review and approve those requests. For a little more robust look at the scheduler, I can tap into the scheduling app here and see that I'm unavailable these 3 days, not scheduled this day, and then there are the 3 shifts that appear on the dashboard. Again, tapping into those would allow me to try and perform one of these functions that would require a manager approval. The overall restaurant schedule can be viewed as well. If I want to tap in on Friday's day, we can certainly do that, and I can view who I'm working with. And then I can also manage my own availability and request time off. Again, this will alert a manager and they will need to review and approve those before any of that takes effect. In this case, I am shared across multiple locations, but I can view both schedules from both locations from the app as well. The app will also contain an in-app messaging platform where messages can be shared among team members without having to exchange personal information. Managers, again, would have the ability to audit those messages at any time. And then taking a look at the manager view of the R365 app. If I go to the dashboard here, if there are any open requests as well, which would be indicated with an alert, I could view them here and interact with and review and approve or deny them here from the mobile app also.